Hello everybody. So yesterday I posted a couple videos about how my brother's death happened and then some evidence that I found to contradict what was put in the report. I used their own words against them in this one. You got the picture does not match up to the testimony of to the detective. So we're going to be diving a little bit further today into about something I talked about yesterday and actually played an audio clip for, and that's the drugs. Now, Shay said that she witnessed McKenzie in the back seat, high, passed out on Xanax. She woke up, found out where they were going to go, and needed some more to get ready for what they were about to do. All right, let's talk about drugs and self-defense. Let's compare this to drinking and driving. If you decide that you're going to go have a couple drinks and you're going to drive down the road and you do everything right, other than being, inebriated while driving under the influence, everything else is right. You're going the speed limit, you're staying within, the white and yellow lines, you're staying perfectly, you're stopping at all the signs, you're not doing a California roll through any stoplights or stop signs or anything. You're following the rules 100%. You're driving down the road and someone decides they want to play real life Frogger and run out in the middle of the street. You end up running this person over because you didn't have much time to react to it, and they end up dying. Once the police find out that you have been drinking, and they can prove that you've been drinking, all of a sudden, this goes from being an accident to manslaughter. Because alcohol, it messes with your response time. You could be drinking something, someone could throw something at your face, hit you in the face, and then you're like, oh, I need to catch that. It really messes with your response time. So the argument could be made that because you were inebriated, that your reaction time was slowed, and that if you had not been drinking and driving, well, A, if you hadn't been drinking and driving, if you hadn't been there, that person would still be alive. And B, if you weren't drinking while you were driving or driving under the influence, your response time would be normal, meaning that you probably could have seen that person run out in the middle of the street and you could have responded accordingly. You could have hit your brakes. You could have swerved out of the way. You could have done something different. But because you were drinking and driving, your response time was down, and all of a sudden this becomes manslaughter. Now let's compare this to my brother's case. McKenzie was in the back seat, passed out on Xanax. She woke up, found out where they were going, and needed some more Xanax to get ready for what they were about to do. Shaylin told the detectives that. I played you the audio clip yesterday. That was nowhere in the report. Absolutely nowhere. Now, if McKenzie was acting out of self-defense, but her state of mind at the time was so messed up, she didn't even know what was going on. She couldn't even stay awake because she was passing out because of the drugs. Do you think that she had the proper cognitive ability to be able to make the judgment of self-defense needed to happen? In the military, we learned about the self-defense triangle. I had to learn this very thoroughly because I had to pack guns. I was part of Ship Self-Defense Force, and I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. And I had to learn the deadly force triangle. And the deadly force triangle means you have to have intent, opportunity, and capability of causing serious bodily harm or death. If somebody meets all three of those, then you have the right to use deadly force against them in self-defense. Now, Ryan, my brother there, he had the opportunity. There was a gun there. There was a gun at the scene that was his. But did he have the intent? I read to you guys yesterday about the video that the detective said he saw happen. He saw Olivia walk over to Ryan's car. They were having a normal conversation. And then all of a sudden, McKenzie walks up with a gun, and there's a large commotion that happens Can't really tell what's going on because the headlights are in the way. And then next thing you know, you see McKenzie leaving in the vehicle. And my brother is dead there. So did my brother really have the intent on killing anybody? If McKenzie was really worried about self-defense or defending Olivia, and my brother had a gun on them, do you think she would just calmly walk up and shoot my brother? No. I mean, seriously. If somebody pulled a gun out of one of my friends, I wouldn't just walk up to them. I would be running. I would be shooting at them from a distance. I wouldn't just calmly walk up there and pow, walk away. Did he have the opportunity? From what the video said, Ryan and Olivia were just having a normal conversation. You know, they made it out to be some kind of big ordeal that Ryan brought out his gun and started pointing and waving at him and stuff like that. Well, the video of Ryan leaving my parents' house that I said was not in the evidence yesterday, he was very calm, cool, collective. He wasn't pissed off. He wasn't ready to go have a fight or anything. You could see him. He's just walking nicely. I'm just going to go meet Olivia real quick. You know, he had no intention of doing any of this. I mean, Christ's sakes, Olivia and Ryan had broken up. Ryan was still acting like a father figure to Olivia's daughter. She was at the house that weekend. The little girl was. So Ryan was just going to go have a conversation with her about what was going on because, you know, Olivia was supposed to come pick her up a couple of days ago and she hadn't because she was out partying. So my brother was going out there and meet her to talk about what was going on. So not only that, I've already mentioned about Olivia or Shay saying that she witnessed McKenzie being high on Xanax. Part of this investigation is they put out a warrant to receive the communications of McKenzie on Facebook. I'm going through these videos, or I'm going through all the messages. Every single one of those, minus like a very few of them, every one of them are drug deals. She's trying to sell drugs from somebody, buy drugs from somebody, to get high with somebody, something like that. It's all over the place. And going through this, she states at one point that she has been high since the 28th and she's ready to go get her party on, essentially. She did state that I've been sober since the 28th. I mean, I kind of exaggerated about the last part. She didn't exactly say that, but that was the intent. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to think. So you got Shay saying that she witnessed McKenzie being high on Xanax. You've got her confirmation on Facebook saying that she's been sober since the 28th. My brother was shot on May 29th, which, I mean, I guess that can be an argument. Anytime on the 28th, she could have taken the drugs. But whenever someone witnesses her take the drugs on the 28th, and she comes out on Facebook and says, I've been sober since the 28th, means the last time that she took drugs was on the 28th. That's kind of a red flag right there. Ding, ding, ding. So my brother was shot at midnight 45 on the 29th. 45 minutes past the 28th. So how in the hell can this be self-defense? If she is high on drugs, how can that be self-defense? It can't be. There's no way. No possible way. Anyways, I'm going to be showing you guys some more videos sometime soon. I just wanted to talk about that and get that off my chest and explain that a little bit better. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.